Yo, hello everyone. Welcome again. This is another live. This is another day. We are going live again. So this is like a 23rd video live of this YouTube channel. And for those who don't know me, my name is Vic Hasson, and this is Vic Hasson Talks. And we normally talk to young people who are on the early 20s, mid 20s, late 20s. And if we are lucky enough to have people who are on the early 30s, again, it will be awesome because they know more better information about the topics that we normally talk about in this YouTube channel. So the topics that we normally talk about are, we normally talk about how life is on early 20s, and also also uh, how life is in university, and also, how young people navigate relationship. Yeah, those are some of the topics that we normally talk about in this YouTube channel. But we have other YouTube channels which are two. So the second one is Pop Show KE, whereby we normally do podcasting, we normally do entertainment shows. So that's where we do all the journalistic work, all stuff of entertainment and maybe news. And then other YouTube channel is Vic Hasson. So this is Vic Hasson Talk, but the other one is Vic Hasson. There we normally do skits, comedy, short films, because I come from a background of film production. So I'm a filmmaker by experience and by professionality. So that's where we do those stuff there on Vic Hasson. But here we normally go live. So this is the only channel that we go live, where we go live here, where it is a platform where I tend to engage with people who are younger like me, because I'm on my early 20s. I don't know more about relationship. So that's why I normally pick relationship topics to talk about with young people, because we can help each other out, because these are the topics that are not normally discussed at home, at school. Your parents, doesn't, give information or talk about love topics with you. So this is a platform whereby we can have that kind of conversation. So for those that have joined, watching me right now, just say hi as we continue with the live. Feel free to engage with me, feel free to interact with me, and feel free to share your view, your opinion on today's topic. So we are going live only for, I can say we are going live for 30 minutes, 30 to 20 minutes, but 30, it is 30. We are going live for 30 minutes. And today we have an interesting topic, and it is about friends with benefits in a romantic relationship. So if you are a movie fan, you love watching movies, there's this movie of Justin Timberlake and this lady known as, I forgot her name. So they produced a movie known as Friends with Benefit, whereby they decided to become friends. They didn't want to be in a romantic relationship, so they decided to be in a relationship whereby they can benefit from sex. So they were friends with benefits. Yeah, and that's what you're going to talk about today. So there are some benefits that are normally in that kind of situation. It is not only sex, but majorly many people say it is sex, but there are some benefits that both partners gain or obtain from that kind of relationship. And that's what we're going to talk about today. And also we're going to talk if is it messy to be in, or is it liberating, like it energizes you. So if you have experienced this as a young person, I will be happy to engage with you on the comment section, and we can have a chat and also share your opinion about it. And by the end of the live, now we will have now made a solid solution, or a solid lesson out of it, and also it will help us in our lives. So for those that are joining, just say hi. For those that are watching, just say hi. I'll be happy to engage with you. to maybe give you a shout out, maybe to, you can ask me anything about today's topic and some other things, and we can engage as we go on with the live. So if you are a returning subscriber, welcome, and welcome back. And if you are a new subscriber, you are a new, maybe you have not subscribed, so just subscribe, because we normally go live every day sometimes, but once maybe in a week, we can go 5 to 6 times in a week. Yeah. So if you are new to the channel, please consider subscribing so that you do not miss the next time we are going live. So someone says hi. Hi, all of you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for engaging. So I think you can kick off with today's topic, and I'll be happy to engage with you all. Feel free to interact. Feel free to add your point. Feel free to disagree. Feel free to share the live. Please share the live to other people to also join, and let's have fun together. So the title of our live, as you have seen, for those who have seen the title, it is about, um, it is friends with benefits. Yeah, that is what we're going to talk about today. Also, someone says, I hope you are having a good day. I'm having a good day. I hope you too, you're having a good day. My day is awesome. Right now it is 5:30 p.m. I don't know on your side. Maybe if we are coming from the same place, I don't know the time on your side, but right now it is 5:20 p.m. Everything is cool, and that's why we are going live. So let's start with, we are going with point number one, that we are going to talk about the benefits of being in kind of a situation of friends with benefits. So I have a list here, so I'm not just going to yap things. So benefit number one is sexual satisfaction with trust. That is the major thing that people normally look when it comes to friends with benefits. So sexual satisfaction, that will be the number one agreement when you want to be with someone that you don't want to be in a romantic relationship. Already having a sex is a romantic relationship, but someone that maybe you do not want to be, like maybe your girlfriend, your boyfriend, or maybe your wife. So it is just a mate, you're just trying to hang out. So that will be the number one agreement, because you trust each other, because you know each other very well, because that kind of an agreement, it is not a normal agreement. Like why do we need to have this kind of agreement whereby we need to be friends but with benefits, extra benefits, without minding if maybe later we have partners, it might be messy, it might cause any problem with whoever that we may engage with later, so it creates a trust for that kind of bonding to happen. Yeah, so the number one benefit of friends with benefits is sexual satisfaction. You get satisfied when you have physical intimacy, and that is the reason why it occurs. Point number two is no strings attached. Yeah, not everyone, for example, for most young people like us, when we engage in a romantic relationship, maybe it is our first time. That is our first time having a girlfriend or a boyfriend. Most of us normally don't know if this relationship will last long, or maybe it is just something that may be for a short while, and then we break up, and then people move on their own direction, and then we meet new partners and try to create another meaningful relationship. So most young people don't want to have string attached with their partners. I don't know if that is true according to you, but according to me, most young people don't want to have their strings attached to their partner. So they just want to hang out, to enjoy, to be happy. But at the end of it, after we have enjoyed our lives, we need to part ways and we need to go separate ways. That is based on young people. So when you decide to have this kind of relationship whereby it is friends with benefit kind of relationship, then there will be no strings attached. You will be meeting once in a while, and enjoy having sex, maybe sharing some things there, and there'll be no emotions whereby it will be needed for you to be attached to each other. So that is the benefit of it. The negative side of it, you can share it on the comment section. I'll be happy to engage with it. So for you who you are watching right now, tell me on the comment section. I'll be happy to engage with it. Tell me if you find friends with benefit kind of situation to be fulfilling according to you. Do you see yourself to be in such a relationship like that? Or maybe you're not attracted to that kind of relationship? Just tell me on the comment section. I'll be happy to engage with you and also to know why, because according to me, friends with benefits, you really don't know where you can find yourself to be in that kind of situation whereby you find a friend and then maybe you don't want to let go of your friend, you don't want to move on, but you don't want strings attached, so you just decide to be friends with benefits. Tell me if that can be fulfilling according to you, or maybe you can or maybe you are not attracted to that kind of relationship. Let's go to point number 3. Point number 3 is emotional independence. So under this point is it fulfills physical needs without requiring the emotional energy and compromise or dependency associated with committed relationship. So as I've said earlier, there are no strings attached. So emotional independence, it simply means everyone is responsible for their emotions. There will be no responsibility of taking care of each other, maybe, and there will be no strings attached. That is the main point. Like there is no emotions needed to be in this kind of relationship when you are in a friends with benefit situation. Everything is emotional independent. Everyone is on their own. You are not, you're not depending on each other in a way, like you care for their feelings. So there will be no feelings. I don't know if you agree with it. Just tell me in the comment section. I'll be happy to agree with it. So let me repeat: it fulfills physical needs without requiring emotional energy. Yeah, so it simply fulfills the sex part, and you benefiting from, whereby you do not have to input more of your emotional energy to it. So you're just like you are in a free world, enjoying, because physical intimacy is, I can say, it is the ultimate enjoyment that a human can ever have. I think so. I don't know if you agree with it, because what else can you have? What else can you get that kind of enjoyment, joy, happiness? That that is free. It is not free, but sometimes it is. Somehow it is free. You enjoy it, and it fulfills you so much, like it energizes you. I don't know whether there is another ultimate enjoyment like physical intimacy. I don't know if you agree with me in the comment section. Just say if you agree or you disagree. Point number 4, benefit number 4 of being in a relationship of friends with benefits is convenience and comfort. So because you are already friends, the interaction is often more natural, skipping the awkwardness of dating apps and early stage dating. So it is very convenient and comfortable, because you are in a point whereby you understand each other, so you don't have to go through the dating stuff, through the awkwardness of trying to get into each other, but you don't know how to ask, so it is very comfortable because you you already get what you really want in someone, because I think that is most of us, if we don't have purpose with the people that we engage in a relationship with, physical intimacy, that is the main purpose for most of us. So being friends with benefits, it is very comfortable because you don't have to go through dating, rejection, awkwardness, trying to share your feelings with someone, trying to every time think if they understand you, or maybe how do they take you from whatever you have said, you know so it is very beneficial when you're friends with benefits. I don't know if you agree with me. On the comment section, just say it and I'll be happy to engage with it. Let's go to benefit number 5. Benefit number 5 is safe sexual exploration. So under this is it provides a comfortable space to explore desires, fantasies, and boundaries without fear of judgment, according to insights from Medium and Brights. Safe sexual exploration. So you have the freedom. So let's agree. Let's come to one point. Friends with benefits is all about sexual interaction. Tell me if you agree in the comment section, because we can't say okay. So when people are in the relationship, so let me say people who are already engaged in a romantic relationship, maybe they already have a child in their relationship, and then something happens, they break up. So they are co-parenting. So maybe the dad needs to provide for the child when the child is living with the mother. So we can't say that is friends with benefits, because you're not friends, you're parents. So there's no way maybe a woman is benefiting from the man, or maybe the child is benefiting from the man if the man is the one providing. So it is the responsibility. Now that is not a benefit, that is a responsibility of someone. So we can say that is friends with responsibilities, because you are co-parenting. But when it comes to friends with benefits, it means you're benefiting from each other, and you can't benefit financially from each other if you're not you're not you're not you can't benefit from each other. How can I put it? Because being friends with benefits, you can't say that you can make any kind of business under that, whereby maybe you are only communicating with your friend because you are benefiting from each other, maybe in a business way. That doesn't make any sense, because that again, it is on the business side. That is not friends with benefits, because you're doing business. So that is not benefiting any. But when it comes to friends with benefits in romantic relationship, I can say it is all about sex, physical intimacy. I can't think of anything else. So the point here was safe sexual exploration. So without judgment, you are able to explore all the fantasies that you may have had in your mind. Go to places without judgment. Try to explore everything without without uh, without your partner judging you. And it is safe. You can correct each other when you're doing the act. So it is a safe sexual exploration, compared to when you have your real partner, maybe your girlfriend or your wife. Yeah, so that is the point. So someone says hi. So Jaden Juguna says hi Jaden, welcome to the live. So you have joined a little bit late, so we are still continuing with friends with benefits. So we are talking about the benefits that friends are getting when they are in a romantic relationship. Yeah, so please subscribe so that you do not miss the next time we are going live, so that you are on time, you're notified when we are going live. So that is point number 5, benefit number 5. Benefit number 6 of friends with benefits in a romantic relationship is reduced relationship pressure. So it allows for a low intensity intimacy, avoiding common relationship pitfalls like fights, jealousy over dating others, and need for constant validation. reduced relationship pressure. So there'll be no pressure in your relationship because, again, you're just friends, you're just benefiting from physical intimacy. So there'll be no jealousy, there'll be no fights, there'll be no you know what else, need constant validation from someone, whether you need to tell me to do this because it really matters because we are together. So it doesn't rely on all of those. So it relieves you from the relationship pressures that normally occurs in people who are living together, people who are maybe a girlfriend and a boyfriend, or maybe a husband and a wife. So it is just freedom. You're just benefiting. So that is one benefit of being in a situation of friends with benefits. I don't know about you. So someone says, okay, let me subscribe, Jaden. Okay. Thank you, Jaden Njuguna. Thank you for subscribing. Thanks a lot. Yeah. Let's continue. So we were going live for 30 to 30 to maybe 20 minutes, but it's already 21 minutes. So we still have like 9 minutes to go, or maybe 10 before we what? We end the live. But I hope we can engage. Thank you for those that have engaged. You can ask me anything. You can jump in the conversation. Let's have a chat. Let's talk about the topic we are talking about today. And don't mind if you have not experienced a romantic relationship. Maybe if you are on your early 20s and you have not experienced relationship, still you still have some things that maybe you're thinking about that may happen in a romantic relationship, but you're not sure. So we can, for example, so normally we normally talk about those kind of topics here. So on today's topic, we're talking about friends with benefits in a romantic relationship. What do friends benefit from each other? And majorly, it is physical intimacy. That is what we are talking about today. So maybe you have not experienced this, but you think you have an idea, or you have some points that you may want to share. I'll be happy to hear from your side. And also, if you have experienced, if you have experienced that, then that means you are a pro. And maybe you have experienced, and you have experienced relationship, and also you have experienced breakup. That is an advantage, not in a good or bad way, but it is an advantage for you because you know more. And I'll be happy to hear from your side. Let's continue to point number 6. Point number 7. So that was point number 6. Point number 7 is support system. So that is a benefit. So under support system, we have, you maintain the core friendship, meaning you still have a companion to support you, share interest with, and spend time with without the obligation of intense romantic dedication. So being still having physical intimacy, that person can still be your support system. So now it comes to that part of being friends without the physical intimacy. So if you want to share your success, you want to support, shoulder to lean on, you can still have the support from your partner, because you most of the time you're together, you understand each other very deeply, compared to even people who are in real romantic relationship. So that is a benefit. Support, they act as your support system, just like in a normal relationship of a girlfriend and a boyfriend. Yeah. And that is point number 7. So at the end of it, for those that are on, for those that you have engaged with the topic, is it liberating or is it messy? Is it something worth? Is it something that can energize you, that can make you to want to do it every now and then? Or maybe it is something that can mess you up and even destroy your future relationship that you will have with your future girlfriend or maybe boyfriend. But before we answer that, let me review for those that joined later and maybe you didn't hear all the 7 benefits of friends with benefits. in a romantic relationship. So the benefit number one was sexual satisfaction with trust. So that is the first benefit you get: sexual satisfaction. You are satisfied with sexually, because friends with benefits is all about physical intimacy, but with trust. Someone that you trust, someone that they are willing to open, someone that they are not afraid of being judged. That is benefit number one. Benefit number two is no strings attached. So it eliminates the pressure of traditional romantic milestones, such as exclusivity, meeting families, or future planning. You get, you will not attach so much of your feelings, so much of your emotions to this person, because again, when you are in a normal relationship, your partner normally introduces you to their friends, family, people that they are very close to them. So it will be hard for you to break with that person, maybe if you decide to move on. But in this kind of situation, in this kind of relationship, there's no strings attached. So there will be no introductions to people who are close to your partner. That is benefit number two. Benefit number three is emotional independence. And this is, it fulfills physical needs without requiring the emotional energy. So you don't need to do things like emotionally, like you're giving your all. You're just enjoying yourself, physical enjoyment. So emotional independence. Let's go to point number four. Point number four was convenience and comfort. So under this, we talked about, you don't have to go through the dating process. You don't have to worry about rejection, to worry about how someone may judge you, because it is convenience and comfortable, because it's someone that you're not going to be in a relationship with. So you're just enjoying the situation that you are having right now. And point number five was safe sexual exploration. So you are free to explore all the fantasies that you may have thought without being judged. Go to different places, explore your desires. Cross the boundaries. That maybe you may not when you are with your real girlfriend or partner. So it is very safe sexual exploration, because the other person is also exploring from that situation. Benefit number six is reduced relationship pressure. So there'll be no pressure when it comes to jealousy. You're free to be with someone that you think you need to be, because you two are just friends with benefits, but you're free to date other people. There'll be no constant fights. So it simply means you have the freedom. Point number seven was support system. And that was the last point, whereby I said, still, because you're friends, so remove the physical intimacy part, you're still friends. So normally friends are support system, generically. So they can still act as your support system. You can still share your success with them. You can still, you can still find the shoulder to lean on. So that is like the main point there. So they will still act like your support system. So with all the seven benefits of being in that kind of situation, can you say it is liberating, or is it messy? So with the point that I have here, it is messy, of course, and also it is liberating, of course. So it is liberating in these terms. So it offers sexual freedom. That is number one, because when you still have a girlfriend, or maybe you're a girl and you have a boyfriend, you normally don't have sexual freedom, because it is an agreement that you normally need to make with each other. Okay, and under here, it offers sexual freedom. It boosts confidence. You're free to explore your fantasies, desires, cross boundaries without being judged. Experience all the sexual fantasies that you have ever imagined, and it removes the burden of obligation. You don't have pressure of taking care of someone like your girlfriend, or maybe the the pressures of minding if someone may judge you if you're dating another person, so you're just free. And it is just enjoying a sexual relationship while keeping their personal life and time to themselves. So it is liberating when you just enjoy the sexual freedom part. And it is messy in these terms, so it really works long term. Yeah, because at some point, that friend with benefits situation will automatically end, whereby you will now need to have a real girlfriend. You will need to have a real boyfriend, and you will need to settle down with your real partner, have kids maybe, and do things that are now meaningful because you have already explored. Don't worry about the barking of the dogs. A kennel is just outside my window. So someone is out there. He'll be checking them out. So don't mind the noise. I hope they are not the distracting our life. I hope so. I think I will move the kennel far from my window, or maybe I can try to do the live somewhere else. So, um, friends with benefits, it is messy because it normally don't last. It is not a long-term kind of relationship. Yeah, because you need to move on. You need to stop from being friends. And since you have experienced the sexual fantasies with each other for a very long time, now you need to part ways. Normally, how it happens, you need to part ways. You need to find the real person, and the other person, the real person. Then they have the relationship with. But in a movie, if you've seen the movie of Friends with Benefit of Justin Timberlake, it didn't happen that way because it is a romantic comedy movie. So it happened whereby it ended whereby now Justin and the woman, I forgot her name. Justin and the woman, they developed some feelings for each other, and they ended up getting into a relationship. That is a romantic comedy movie. Yeah, but again, in real life, you might develop some real feelings with your friends, with the benefit partner, and you end up in a real relationship. So it is messy again because research shows it is often plagued by jealousy. Your partner may start to get jealous, unaligned expectations, one person catching feelings. It was an agreement for both of you to not catch feelings with each other because you're just benefiting physical intimacy. But someone, mostly the ladies, or maybe mostly the it depends with how you see it. A man can also develop some feelings, and it will be hard for them to move on, and it can be messy because the other partner may not be interested to have a relationship with you. So it will be messy for you because you'll be attached, and your partner will not be attached. And then the risk of losing the friendship entirely, it is there. So you can lose your friends, your friendship can end like entirely. Like you will never want to talk again, you'll never want to meet again, because every time, it will be like something will just like every time pop or hint on your head. And remember, this was the partner that we were doing the intimacy with, the physical intimacy with. So I don't know, from you aside, just say if, or just tell me if you think it is liberating or is it messy. I'll be happy to engage with you all. And that is all for today's live. We've covered the 7 benefits of the friend with benefits situation. All about physical intimacy, based under physical intimacy, but there are some other benefits under physical intimacy. But it is not something that I'm encourage people to do. I tend to believe you need to have a meaningful relationship. Don't just be friends with benefits, because the messy part of it is so bad, compared to how liberating it is. So just try to have a meaningful relationship with someone. Find a good girlfriend, a good boyfriend. I'm campaigning for that. don't try to be in a relationship of friends with benefits. That is all I have to say. Thank you so much for those that have engaged. Thank you so much for all the chats. I'm happy. This is just another live, and enjoying doing live videos, and I see myself doing it more and more and more again until we build a meaningful conversation. And I'll be happy to see you guys every now and then. So make sure you subscribe, like, comment, share, so that you do not miss the next time we are going live. And I will try also some other times to bring guests on the show so that we can have long lives, long live stream, not long lives, okay, also long lives. So we can have long live streams, and we can long live streams and have a good time, because you're also getting from the side what they are thinking, yeah, and it will be awesome. It will be awesome. That's all for today's live. Thank you so much for watching. Until tomorrow, or maybe, but most probably tomorrow, I'll see you there. So I think I need to end the live right now, and see you in the next live. Make sure you like, subscribe, comment, and don't miss the next time we are going live. Peace.